And I didn't know anybody, and I kept watching them playing baseball, and I played baseball too. I'm watching, and I went to the fence, and I'm watching them, and I'm making jokes about them. Hey, I can do better than that, or whatever. Well, then I go to school, and two of those people are waiting for me at school. They thought I was disrespecting them. I wasn't disrespecting them, but they felt that way, and they beat me up. That was my first day at school in Germany, because my dad was working in the State Department there. And I was humiliated, and I'd forgotten about that. I completely forgot about that until recently. I put it away, I locked it away, and I've been thinking about why this is important to me. And it's because I found a way to still believe in myself and keep growing and pushing. And despite all the voices that said, you don't belong or you're not good enough, I kept loving myself. And do you know how many years I played in the NFL? 18 years. But you know how many times I was cut and rejected and told I was not good before I made it? 11 times. 8 different teams, 11 times. So every single one of us, when we think we're the only ones going through this difficult thing in life, which is harder in life today, there are more complexities than ever before, I think. But as we hang in there, beautiful things happen. Beautiful things happen. And what's interesting is, the people that go through the bullying, they end up being the healers. You want to talk about that?
Right. You know, there's some information that says that if you are a bullier, they asked 3rd grade students, they printed out the names of all the 3rd grade students, and they had the students put a check mark in front of the name of every student that they thought was a bullier. So all the kids made their check marks. They took the papers and put them away in a filing cabinet for 10 years. They waited till the 3rd graders became seniors, and they repeated the same process. Printed out the names of all the seniors and asked the kids to make the check marks. Then they got the 3rd grade papers out of the filing cabinet, and they started looking at the 2 lists, and they discovered that almost every senior that had a check mark was the same person that had a check mark when they were in 3rd grade.
9 years earlier.
So the researchers waited 10 more years. By that time, the 3rd graders had graduated from high school, college, they had jobs, they had husbands, they had wives, they had kids. When they tracked them down, they were tracking all the kids who had the check marks. They found that 1 out of every 4 students that had gotten a check mark that identified by 8- and 9-year-old kids had a criminal record by the time they were 30. So we have got to help not only the kids who are on the receiving end, we've got to help the kids that are the bulliers. We've got to do something to make sure that we don't end up just building more prisons instead of investing in what is the pain that's going on in their lives. But we find that the kids who were the targets, who were suffering, who were in pain, who were being left out, it's not just the physical, it's the verbal, it's the emotional, it's the sexual bullying, it's the cyber bullying, that they're the ones that grow up with such compassion and empathy, and they become the ones that heal the world. And you've already been identified, you've gotten a check mark as kids who are leaders, as kids who have something to offer. So we're counting on you.